for these two fine teams that have just completed their tournament competition and the first triple overtime game in state championship game history. Joe Ferguson
at North Dakota State. So there's a lot of connections for North Dakota State on these teams.
Mike Nelson kind of started it out too with Madison Memorial. I think he was their first Mr. Basketball.
He was back in 2004. Went on to a fine college career. One of their leaders, to be sure. And like Madison Memorial with Miles Chamberlain, they need him in there. Now that's a move it. They make that one now to make it a three-point game again. Again, Madison Memorial playing without Jamar Morris. Their presence down low. He's out with foul trouble. Ortiz hits that jumper. Brandon Ortiz with a long two, and Madison Memorial back within one yet again. Excitement at the Kohl Center as Madison Memorial calls another timeout. Here's another look. The sophomore Ortiz stepping inside the three-point line and knocking that one down. Big
foul. And they get it outside. Coach is saying no, just let him shoot it.
Ortiz for three. He hits. Brandon Ortiz ties the game, and we are headed to overtime in the Division I state championship game. Wow, what a shot by Brandon Ortiz, the sophomore, to send this championship game into overtime. My goodness.
Now this is one of those things that they can review, am I correct?
Well, they're going to take a look and see how much time was left on the clock. When that clock tickens to go in overtime. Three-point attempt. Bounces in for Mason McCarskey. DePere up by two. Here's Ortiz. Over to Burnett. Burnett lost it. Taken away by DePere. Now, wait a minute. There was a timeout that was called. Let's take another look at the three-pointer that bounced. Everybody just going to stand back and watch the sophomore Ortiz, who shoots 80% from the line on the season. Rolls that one in to get Memorial back within one.
Now, does either team have, I know DePere doesn't have any timeouts. Does Memorial have any timeouts left?
None for Memorial either, so 72-70, DePere on top. Madison Memorial with the ball and a chance to either tie or win this one in double overtime. Ortiz with the ball. He's going to drive inside. Blocked. And a whistle. Ortiz will head to the line.
He's on the line. Now he's got some company.
Brandon Ortiz, the sophomore, a great free throw shooter. 80% on the year. 2 of 2 tonight. The first one rolls in. Touched about every part of that rim and fell down.
Now, conversely, there's 14 seconds left, so I would think either Zoli or Vandenberg's going to get the ball and take it to the basket.
He got them both. Ortiz ties it up again. He was looking inside to Coleman there. McCarskey was there as well. Now McCarskey has it, looking to inbound. Kicking it up to Zoli. Zoli trying a three, and he hits again. Zoli with another three-pointer to tie the game up. We are tied again in triple overtime. Under 10 seconds to go. Ortiz, 5 seconds left. Ortiz will drive, take a shot, and he hits off the window. Brandon Ortiz, who has been the hero throughout regulation and in overtime, gets the basket. And that is it. Madison Memorial, 80-78. Actually, I take that back. There were zeros on the clock when we looked up at 2.1 seconds to go. DePere will have a shot as a timeout was called. My goodness, Brandon Ortiz, holy cow, has he been good. And again, we talked about this earlier. Here's a guy who was 0 of 6 on. Here we go. Taken away by Ortiz. Well, that's fitting. Brandon Ortiz takes it away, and Madison Memorial wins the Division I state championship. What a hard triple overtime that goes the Spartans' way.
For these two fine teams that have just completed their tournament competition and the first triple overtime game in state championship game history. Brendan Ortiz, Joe Ferguson,